Hello again and welcome back for another lesson in your live TV program of English language. I want to look more closely at the dialogue that they just had because they are using some very interesting verbs called phrasal verbs. Now, a phrasal verb, let me give you an example. I'm glad I decided to check up on them. Now, this is a verb with some prepositions. What happens is the verb itself changes its meaning, and it's actually sometimes very difficult to guess what it means. So, when a verb has a preposition or even two prepositions after it, and it changes its meaning, its original meaning, we call it in English a phrasal verb. So what I want to do with you now is to use the board and also the examples that there were in the dialogue, and we'll see that there are two groups. In fact, the screen will be divided into two groups. One will be two-word phrasal verbs, and the other is three-word phrasal verbs. Let me explain a little bit better. For example, Anne said, the example before, I'm glad I decided to check up on them. You see that? To check up on them. Check with two prepositions. Now, this verb, to check up on them, means to look at something more closely, to examine something more in depth. All right, so that is the new meaning. Anne then said, I think Peter and Sharon carried on with their argument. Now, carry usually means this, you pick something up and you carry it. If you add prepositions, so the example here is to carry on, it changes meaning, and carry on here means to continue. So I think Peter and Sharon carried on with their argument means to continue their argument. All right? So let's carry on. Then Anne said, I found out by chance. Found out, that becomes the meaning of discover. I discovered something. Okay, so find out. Next one. She said, I came across a photo. Now, came across. Very difficult to understand what that means. Because in this context, to come across, it means to find something or to find someone by chance. She says, I came across a photo of them together while I was cleaning one day. Okay, you see, they're not easy, quite complicated. Anne then said, I think she and Jack will get back together. So look at that. That is a three-word phrasal verb. There are two prepositions, to get back together, and that means to become a couple again, okay, to reconcile, get back together. Then Anne said, oh, don't worry, I'll get over him. Interesting. Impossible to guess the meaning. Get over means to forget about. I'll get over him means I'll forget him. All right? Alice says, if I were you, I would look after myself. Look at that one. Look after, again, difficult to imagine. It means to take care of. Take care of yourself. So, if I were you, I would look after myself. Good. Next one, there are two more. It's been a long time since I got on so well. Now, to get on with means to have smooth relations with a person. It means that the relationship is going well without problems. To get on with. And the last one. Anne says, I'm looking forward to not having a man in my life. Again, look at that. To look forward to. Again, very interesting. This has two prepositions, look forward to, and it means that you think of an event in the future with pleasure. I could say to you, I look forward to seeing you again in the next lesson. All right, so these are the phrasal verbs, very difficult. People hate them. And they say, well, why don't you use easier verbs in English? Well, they come from Anglo-Saxon, and because we use them very often, I'm afraid you have to get familiar with them. All right? So we'll keep practicing, and I'll see you again. I look forward to seeing you again in the next lesson. Okay? Bye.